Most entrepreneurs understand that they will have to sacrifice in order to see their dream of their business and their ideal life established. But I think what most entrepreneurs don't understand is the length of time that sacrifice might happen over. One of the biggest myths of entrepreneurship, because of social media and plain old ignorance, is the belief that if it's meant to be, it will happen immediately and with little effort. In one of my previous videos, I talked about the fact that everything in your life has been purposefully created to keep you in the system. The school you went to, the thoughts you think, the job you currently have. These are all on purpose to make you doubt yourself, doubt whether or not you can have something different, to discourage you from ever getting out of that feedback loop. If you don't understand this, then it's a real problem when you start to go create your own business and you don't immediately take off. Struggling with doubt on whether or not this is actually your purpose is something that every entrepreneur will face. You are going to face a lot of hardships, and you may have times that seem where everything is working against you. And again, please check out this video if you missed my explanation of why this is. Because if you're not interpreting these situations correctly, this will make you wonder if you are on the right path or not. These are mile markers and road signs letting you know that you are on the right path. No great entrepreneur has ever made it without extreme risk and extreme adversity. Paul Brunson, the owner of a modern-day matchmaker, and he's also a television host, liquidated his wife's 401k after he lost his job in order to hire people at $1,000 per production minute to start a YouTube channel that would market his matchmaking company. There was no plan B. He was all in and completely dedicated to his vision. When his videos got 12 views, he didn't despair. He kept producing. And one of those 12 viewers happened to be Oprah, who offered him a deal that quickly replenished the 401k and then some. Grant Cardone, a self-made billionaire and real estate mogul, started getting serious about his life after he got out of rehab for a drug addiction. He would pay late on his rent continuously because he was investing every dime he earned from being a used car salesman into becoming a better used car salesman. He scraped his money together to buy his very first rental property, and that's how he started the system of accumulating true generational wealth. Every single person who has made a name for themselves in the realm of entrepreneurship has overcome a very great mountain. And this is no accident. You see, in the natural, the height of a mountain is determined by the depth of the valley directly beneath it. Low lows lead to high highs. But not everybody will take this journey. If you're an entrepreneur, or if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, get around other entrepreneurs. People who are not built like you will try to derail your purpose. You can save yourself a lot of time and effort if you get around people who have already walked the road you are about to embark on. People who have not gone on that road and who do not have your vision will try to keep you where they are comfortable with you living. It is so important that you know how to discern when somebody is speaking with your best interest in mind or from a place of manipulation. In my own journey as an entrepreneur, especially when I first began coaching, it was a really rough road. I had to choose often between eating or investing in my business, or paying my electrical bill and investing in my business. And I always chose to invest in my business. Now that I've already gone on this journey of becoming an entrepreneur, it's easy to sit back and say, I made the right choice. But honestly, for 4 months, I had chose to live in my van so that I could save money and invest it in my business. That's how dedicated I was. Looking back on this now, honestly, it paid off because I built multiple companies that do 6 figures a year. But at the time, 5 years ago, this looked like somebody who had gone off the deep end and who really needed to get their life together. Not everybody is going to see things the way that you do. You're the one who is called to not only have the vision, host and hold the vision, but also to build it. Not everybody has your blueprint, so don't be upset when people try to derail you from your vision. You can love them and disagree with them at the same time. If there was one thing that I was sure of, it was that I was a safe bet and my purpose was ordained. I believed in that so strongly that every time I continued to make an investment that did not make sense in the natural realm, it built my faith and that what I was doing would eventually pay off. I've also had to make some really tough connection decisions. I've had many people who I love and respect try to get me to turn back. People who I love referred to my business as that online thing that you do. And I've heard them tell me that I'm wasting my PhD because I'm not using it. But I chose to stay on my path, not just for me, but because I know I'm called to be a coach. If I had turned back 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that would have been hundreds, if not thousands of people that I wouldn't have impacted. Pleasing one person or two people that were the naysayers in my life was not worth it when I could literally hear the voice of those that I would coach in the future, also crying out for my attention, asking me to move forward. When you become an entrepreneur, your purpose needs to be tied to something greater than yourself. It doesn't necessarily need to be that your business per se is that thing, but the reason why you are embarking on this journey does. For example, if you want to unhook yourself from the system so that you can provide for your family, regardless of what the market does or what the economy situation is, that why needs to be before you 24/7. Every time you choose to invest in your business, over taking that vacation or buying the newest iPhone or whatever it is that you are giving up now for what you want most, needs to be seen as an investment. If you see it only as a sacrifice, your why will quickly run out. Another thing that I want to say about people who quit on their entrepreneurial dream is that it typically has to do with either a lack of belief in themselves because they don't know what it's like to have the feeling of confidence in their capabilities and their abilities to build something from scratch, and also a lack of dedication. The short-term mindset is going to be burned out of you as an entrepreneur. Anything that you want built in the short term will be easily eaten alive by the system that's already established. Knowing this in advance can save you a lot of heartache and also a lot of time debating on whether or not you're on the right road. If you are after something quick and easy, your dream will be given to the one who is willing to build slow and steady instead. So get clear on your why and refuse to look at anything that doesn't align with that vision. If you're an entrepreneur who is looking to use YouTube as a way to promote your business, then check out this video next for tips on how to do just that.